Kubor nakaslem jong udongsan Hima.
Honorable Speaker, sir, this question is directed directly to you. It's a request. There seems to be a lot of confusion about this entire coal story. So may I request you, sir, if it's in the fitness of thing, if you can consider constituting a House committee so that we can probably have a better platform to thrash out all of these queries and all of these confusions that seem to be there. Sir.
Okay. I'll take note of this.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker, sir. See, as far as the submission made by the honourable member, Dr. Ampareen, I think that is not correct. This is the question of number one. And number two, I think, see, the role of the responsible leaders is what? Sometimes just to go to the media, blame game happens. And I don't think the House needs to constitute a special committee on this, because I think you have seen the documents and the statement made by the Honourable Chief Minister. Ultimately, even the members seems they are fully convinced about it. So therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, I think that proposal made by the Honourable member, I think that is not justified.
The reply to start question 1D says, no, sir. The carrying out of coal mining operation has not been started in the state. That is the reply of the government, that no coal mining operations have yet been started. In the duration of the reply of the Honourable CM, it is also being told to the House that the 32 lakh metric ton is still in the process of being auctioned. Now, sir, I just want to know a simple reply as to these trucks that are carrying coal now, from where is this coal coming? Neither the auction coal is being transported, nor new one is being mined. So from where this coal is coming, sir?
Sir, again, I need to give the history, sir. I'm so sorry.
Just make it brief.
I'll try to make it as
I would like
brief
to go
as
to the
possible.
next
I know,
question.
Sir. I know, sir.
Yeah, it'll be unfair for me to.
Sir, I understand, sir, but it's an important subject, so that's the reason, sir.
That's why I've given enough chance to.
Sir. So the MMDR Act 21, Section 21(4) states that whenever any person raises transport or causes to be raised or transported without any lawful, any mineral from a land, all purposes, use, vehicle, other things, shall be liable to be seized by an officer or authority specially empowered in his behalf. Any mineral, tool, vehicle, or any other thing seized under subsection 4 shall be liable to be confiscated by an order of the court competent to take cognizance of the offence under subsection 1 and shall be disposed of in accordance with the direction of such court. So the reason I have to say this is because there is a provision in the MMDR Act that allows the government to seize any kind of illegal or unclaimed coal or any kind of mineral that is there. Based on this provision of Section 21(4) of the MMDR Act, different complaints had come to us regarding different kind of coals that have been lying unclaimed. Now, I can go into the detail of the whole thing, sir, but just to give a short reply to this, because everybody wanted a short reply, that there have been more than 5-6 instances where such unclaimed coal had been seized by the government based on this provision of the MMDR Act. And based on this provision of the MMDR Act, on the 13th of March 2019, we have come out with the proper provisions and a notification on how the procedure for seizing this should be done. Now, if you would like me to go to the procedure, I can go, sir. But just to give you a rough idea, that once a complaint is done, then the respective DCs, ADCs, DMOs, they go and check the location. They give a report whether such coal exists or not. They actually then assess that particular coal and submit it, to the to the government for further, to the court. I'm sorry, not government, to the court, to the Chief Judicial Magistrate, to assess and to find out. And then, based on that, the particular Chief Judicial Magistrate will then direct the particular Deputy Commissioner to auction that particular seized coal. It is the challans and the proceedings processed from this seized coal, which, as I said, has happened in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instances that these challans have come out, and that is what is.
Mr. Speaker, sir, in the course of the reply of the Honourable Chief Minister, we were made to understand that a lot of steps have been put into place to arrest the smuggling or illegal transportation of coal, whereby they have introduced new types of challans and check gates and task forces. And he has mentioned that in the year 2018, I won't go prior to that, they had almost 400 cases, and with the new MMDR Act in place, they could fine up to 5 lakhs per case. So if you take that calculation, it comes roughly up to 20 crores in the year 2018 alone. May I know if that amount is correct, and have you collected?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Sir, as I have mentioned earlier, that based on the Supreme Court's order, it's very clear that the coal mining is allowed in Meghalaya subject to adhering of the MMDR, Environment Protection Act, and the Mines Act. Now, I think it's becoming slightly confusing regarding land rights and the powers of the District Council versus these agencies that monitor the actual procedure in which it is done. So I think we should not mix these two. So therefore, as I said, the Supreme Court's ruling is regarding more to do with the procedures of things. As I said, the Mining Safety Act looks at the safety of the miners. The Environment Act looks at the environment aspect. And the MMDR Act, scientific mining procedures. So that's a different subject, means it's related to obviously to the big picture. But I think in no way does it come into the conflict of the interests of the district councils. And whatever is put in the Constitution, as per the provisions of the Constitution, the District Council will remain, and all the permissions that are required to be taken will be taken. But as per the Supreme Court ruling now for the mining, the process is defined in a manner in which it deals with these 3 acts.
Williamson, the last member too.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir. The Chief Minister, in the course of his reply, has expressed confusion about exact amount of exact quantity of the exact quantity and about the location of the already extracted unclaimed coal. Therefore, sir, may I get an assurance from the Chief Minister to place on the table of the House the exact location and the quantity with GPRS reading. Coordinates of the GPRS has to be given to us at the table of the House.
Sir, number one, sir, so that the record is set clear, I did not mention the exact amount at that point in time because it was a general discussion on the thing, and the numbers I was always approximating it. But for the knowledge of the House, let me clear that so that the records also are clear, that the declared quantity, which I was telling 1.3, then once I said 1.4, the reason is because it is 1.34. So it's right in the middle, the average. And the assessed coal is 94 lakhs. So I just want to mention that, sir. So at the same time, I think the point that was mentioned by the honorable member regarding the locations, if I am not wrong, sir, of course I have to double check this, but it should be there in the unstarred question, which is there number 12 today. But if it is not there, sir, the information can be provided to the honorable member. So there are about, I don't know, maybe 3,000-4,000 locations, but it will be quite a huge chart. So I think maybe online will be better or something. We'll just figure it out, sir. But there's no issue. It's a public document. It's been submitted to the Supreme Court. It's been submitted to NGT. There's no problem in sharing it, sir.